Under political pressure from the United States, the European Union is currently imposing a long list of sanctions against Iran. However, as part of the agreement reached last month between Iran and the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council plus Germany, sanctions worth €5 billion will be lifted on the Islamic Republic during the next 6 months. On Monday, EU Foreign Policy Chief Catherine Ashton will brief EU foreign ministers on how the deal regarding Iran's nuclear programme is progressing. The meeting follows 4 days of technical talks in Vienna relating to the deal.
Clearly, there are certain things in the agreement that the European Union has undertaken to do on the understanding that Iran fulfills its side of the bargain as well. So she will be debriefing the ministers on that and on the progress of the technical discussions.
Tarja Kronberg, who chairs the European Parliament's Iran Committee, is currently in Tehran to meet representatives from the Iranian Parliament, government and civil society. Analysts say this is another sign of progress. If the deal relating to Iran's peaceful nuclear programme stays on track, a wide range of EU sanctions will be lifted.
Specifically on imports of petrochemical products, gold and precious metals, and there would also be an easing of insurance restrictions on exports of oil, not to the European Union but to other countries.
But the sanctions that the European Union is about to lift represent only a small percentage of the total EU sanctions being imposed on Iran. EU officials are at pains to point out that the deal reached in Switzerland last month does not lift the ban on oil exports from Iran into the EU, nor on financial transactions between Iran and the bloc. They say, however, that these sanctions can be lifted as part of a final comprehensive agreement in follow-up to the successful implementation of the interim deal. Jerome Hughes, Press TV, Brussels.